Okay, so it is recording. So I want to welcome everyone to the first LEAD program. So I'm excited to do this. I've done several kind of leaderships programs before, but this is going to be a little different. So I kind of wanted to go over the little bit of the requirements of what this program is. I'm not going to be monitoring these things. So it's just up to you to monitor it. Okay, I'm not going to check in and make sure everyone's doing their 500 or getting their recruits. That's completely up to you. So you get to monitor yourself. So you get to do that. The requirements, plus for the first time, I've never done this before, I'm going to give you 3 free passes. And this only lasts for 3 months. So use them how you choose, but you get 3 free passes. So if by chance 1 month you can't get your 500 in, or maybe 1 month you didn't get a recruit, that you can use a free pass and stay in the program. So that is what the passes are. So it's just making it a little easier because I really want you guys to learn. But the requirements are there to help you grow. Yes, they're work. Yes, they're stepping outside of the comfort zone and whatnot, but really try to do the requirements. Also try to do the assignments and listen to every call. I know maybe you'll be out of town 1 week and maybe you won't be able to do the assignment. But again, you can use your free pass for that week. You get 3 free passes. So the requirements are to sell 500 each month. Okay, the reason I do this is because in order to make money off your downline, you need to sell 500. So it's a good habit to get in is selling that 500 every month. The second requirement is get 1 recruit. This is a big thing if you want to grow your business. If you want to get up in rank, you want to keep recruiting. Even for me, who's a superstar director, I want to keep recruiting because, as you know, some people may roll off. That's just the nature of direct sales. So it's always good to recruit. Continue recruiting always. I'm only asking to recruit 1 a month. If you can do more, great. Especially we got some good recruiting tools going on this month, or specials, I should say. The next is listen to each week, whether live or recording, whatnot. We're going to be doing these calls every Wednesday. I might change the time. We have some people in UK that are on this, and it's 2 a.m. in the morning, so I don't think they're going to be staying up. So I might try doing a daytime once in a while, but most of them will be at 7 o'clock Mountain Standard Time. So heads up. I will let you know ahead of time when I do change the time, though. Also, there will be a homework assignment on every call. Okay, some may be a little easier for you. Some may be outside of your comfort zone, but that is what this call is for. You need to learn to get comfortable being uncomfortable. And that's something you're going to hear me say and talk a lot about, because that is really what gets you going. You know, a lot of people sign up to do Cincy. A lot of people just don't work it or think it's going to come to them. It does take work. I mean, it's a job. It takes work to make money and to do really well. So that is what these calls are going to do. Again, you have 3 free passes, so this should be easy for you. I think you guys can all do this, and I know you can, and I know you can become successful if you do these things. I have never done sales before in my life. In fact, ask my husband when he wanted me to do sales with his business. I said, oh, no, I'm not a salesperson. But look, here I am. I'm a superstar director. I've done well with the business, but it has taken me stepping out of my comfort zone. Doing these video calls and trainings is still stepping out of my comfort zone. So that is a great tool, is learning to get comfortable being uncomfortable. So that means getting used to stepping out of your comfort zone. So what I wanted to talk about today, hopefully you guys all understand the program. If you have questions, feel free to text or PM me. But what I wanted to talk today is about follow-up systems, okay? And that is a huge part of your business. So customers don't usually just call you out of the blue. Yes, you may get customers, hey, I want this product. You might get a few. But the majority of people, that especially the people you don't know, are not just going to call you up out of the blue. Hey, I want to place this order. If you hand out samples, which we'll talk about later in the program, making samples. If you hand out samples to people, say you hand out 100 samples, maybe at an event or a fair or show, or even at a party, do all of those 100 people call you? No. Why? Because it's not their job to call you. That's your job to call them. You are the consultant. If you are not following up with these people that you meet at parties, you meet at events, that you just handed out packets or samples to, if you're not following up, you're throwing away your business. Literally, you are just letting it go. So you need to follow up. So that's what I want to talk about to you. Carla Hunter, she's actually a second generation superstar director in our group, used this story, and I wanted to share this story. I thought it was a great story. She met a Tupperware lady. She calls it, don't be the Tupperware lady. Follow up with your customers. So I like this story. She was taking her kids to the bus stop, and she was talking to someone, and she was a Tupperware lady. She gave her a catalog and said, oh yeah, here's a catalog. Let me, if you wanted to place an order, go through it. So what Carla did, like a lot of us women, we go home, we circle all the things we want and whatnot. She came up with over $700 worth of product she wanted. That was Canadian dollar, so I'm not sure what that is in American, but it's still a huge order, right? So she was excited. She's like, oh yeah, I want this. And she got all excited, had this big order. She went to the bus stop the next day. The lady didn't talk to her about it, didn't approach her, didn't come up to her. She went home, kind of thought about it. She's like, maybe I don't need this one item, and crossed something off her list. Next day went on, lady still didn't talk to her. Next day, she started crossing off more and more things because her excitement has been going down. After a week of not hearing from this Tupperware lady, she actually threw the catalog away and said, you know what, I could just get this at Walmart, forget it. So here is a great story on follow-up. If that lady would have followed up with her the very next day, she would have had a $700 order, okay? Follow up. Contact the next day if you can. If you're at a party, if you're at an event, if you hand out a catalog to someone, follow up. I'm going to talk about it with recruiting on packets, but on your catalogs, when you hand them out, and I've shared this on our Heaven Sent team before, put a Post-it note right on the catalog. And when you hand out that catalog to them, have them write down their name and number on that sticky note. You take the sticky note. That way you have their follow-up. When you do recruiting packets, hostess packets, if you're doing samples, get their name and number, put it in your phone, write it down so you can follow up. Contact as soon as you can, either the next day or within 2 days, while they still have the excitement for the Scentsy product. The longer you leave it, the less they get excited, the less they are going to want to order. So the best way to get new customers is to work with your current customers. If you are a new consultant, maybe you don't have a lot of customers, but that's a way to build your customers and to build follow-up. Follow-up is a huge part of any part of your Scentsy business. A lot of people are worried about, well, I'm not getting recruits, I'm not getting hostesses. You know what? If you're following up with your customers, that will come because you're following up, you're making connections with these people. So one of the best follow-up systems I have found is the 222 system. So I'm going to talk about that. The 222, and I got my notes here because I don't want to mess it up. It's a method, it's a great way to provide your customers with excellent customer care while focusing on their needs. And that's another important part of your business, focusing on their needs. And truly coming from a place of service. Customer care builds relationships and is the foundation of your business. So the first two, so there's 222. The first two is make sure to follow up within 2 days of meeting these people, okay? Whether you're at a party, follow up in 2 days. If you're at an event, follow up in 2 days. If you just handed them a catalog, follow up in 2 days. Doesn't matter where you met them, follow up, okay? Here is something you can say, and it's a gratitude call, okay? Say, this is the thank you call. Take the attitude of gratitude. Most people are pleasantly shocked to hear from you. It goes something like this. It was a pleasure to meet you, or thank you for attending Susie's party and helping her earn so many free products. Did you know that she earned X amount of free products? You helped her get that, so thank you. Before I let you go, I just wanted to let you know I placed the order and we should receive it in the next week or so. I would like to follow up in a couple of weeks just to make sure everything is okay and you are happy with your purchase. Would that be okay? And then also ask, what is a good time to reach you? Okay. Again, you're not pressuring her into buying or to hosting or recruiting anything. You are just a gratitude call. That's what the first 2 is. And remember, the first 2 is 2 days. Also, you want to make sure to take notes. Kind of talk to them. See, ask how they're doing. Find out what's going on, and take notes about it. Say maybe she's moving or whatnot. Always write down. Maybe she's like, oh, telling you she has a wedding, or the gift she just got was for XYZ. Always take notes, because then when you do follow up, you have something to go off of. You're connecting with them, and they will be happily surprised that you remembered. Okay, the second 2 is 2 weeks out. 2 weeks after the first call. So that's the second 2. This is a service call. You are coming from a place of service this time. I hope you are enjoying your products. How many compliments have you gotten on the new warmer, or how great your house smells? Is there anything I can do to help you right now? You are continuing to build the relationship with this call. Chances are she has been showing her new warmer or scents to everyone and getting compliments. She may be thinking of having a party or possibly becoming a consultant. If she starts the conversation to those, great. Then you can go off. But remember, this call is about them, about him or her. Again, ask if you can follow up in a couple of months, check in and let her know of any, can I check in a couple of months and let you know of any specials going on? Make sure she has your contact information in case she needs anything before then. But make note, again, of anything she talks about. Maybe she's moving, remodeling, maybe she's a new baby, maybe you hear a baby in the background, talk about it. Maybe she has a wedding or a child getting married. Document those things so you can talk about it on the next one. The next 2 is 2 months. Okay, the third call is 2 months from that second call. This is a call to touch bases and offer information. So how to start it off, say something like this. Last time we talked, you were getting ready to XYZ. That's why it's important to take notes. How's that coming along? And then say this is why taking notes is very important for these calls. If you have nothing in your notes to follow up on, just ask how things are going and let her know what's new. Just checking if there's something you need, or for example, say, hey, the spring and summer catalog just came out. Wanted to see if you were interested in a catalog or looking into it. This is also when you could ask or tell her, well, first tell them if you're doing like an open house or a mystery hostess, or maybe at a customer appreciation party. This is something you could bring up then. Also, this is a time you could ask if she'd be interested in hosting a party for you, or ask if she knows anyone that might be interested in the opportunity. Also ask if she has any referrals. Okay, tell her, you know, my business runs off referrals. I give gifts if you get referrals. If you know anyone that's interested, let me know. Okay, on this call, it is okay to ask for bookings, recruits, referrals. I wouldn't be pushy with it, just bring it up softly. We've had so many new products, talk about the new products, talk about whatnot, see if she'd be interested in getting some of her friends together to do a Scentsy party. Or again, like I said, ask if she knows anyone that would be interested in extra income. You don't have to ask her specifically right then, just ask if she knows anyone. Maybe she's been thinking about it. It's just opening up that door. So those are the 222s. Now it doesn't stop there. You should always follow up again every 2 months after that. Again, you have to have a follow-up system to keep your business going. If you're not following up with your customers, you are losing business, flat out. You are losing your Scentsy business. These are your customers, the people you meet, you need to follow up with, or they are going to find someone else who to buy from. If you create that relationship with them, they will want to buy from you. They will want to host parties with you, or they will want to join your team. So it is so important to follow up. So how many parties have you had in the last year? Okay, let's say you've had, we'll say 2 parties. Okay, we're just estimating every month. Okay, say there's about, for my brain to make easy math, say about 10 guests per party. Okay, so that's 240 customers you should be following up with. If you are not following up with them, if you're just letting them go, you really are losing out on your income, your recruiting, your hostesses. So follow-up system is the first training that I wanted to talk to you about. And that's the first assignment that I want you to do, is I want you to make a follow-up system. Now, there are several different ways to do a follow-up system. Some people do binders and printout pages where they have their name, 222s, and follow up. I'm personally a computer person, and I like Excel. I put their name in, and then I make columns for each time I talk to them, and I put in the date I talked to them, what they said. It's up to you, but I want you guys to create a follow-up system. So that is your assignment for the week, is just to create a follow-up system. Nothing big, nothing too hard, but I do want you to post a picture on our lead program page of your follow-up system. If it's an Excel sheet, just take a picture of that and send it on there. If you already have a follow-up system in a binder or papers, please share. Everyone loves to see what everyone else is doing. That's why I like to have a Facebook page so you guys can share. Again, that's all we're asking this week is the follow-up system. And to start putting people in your follow-up system too. Not only just making it, you have to put people in it. There's no point in having a follow-up system if you're not following up. So remember to follow up with your follow-ups. That is your assignment. Okay, I will try to make these calls short like this because I know you guys are busy. I know some of you are tired or may be putting kids to bed, who knows what. So I will try to keep these calls within 15 to 25, 30 minutes. Some might be a little longer depending on the topic. But that is it for today. So thank you. If any of you have questions, feel free to either unmute yourself or you can comment in the chats. Any questions? I don't see anyone unmuting themselves, so I guess you guys are good. Oh, here's some. Thank yous. Okay, no questions, just thank yous. So, all right, thank you everyone for coming on the call, and I hope this helps, and I hope you guys get your follow-up system started. Bye.